Right after Lady Death brought me back to life, I convinced Rocket Raccoon and the others to let me talk to Gamora, but they wanted to be there to watch Nebula to make sure she doesn't try to kill me again. And then I went to Nebula's cell where we keep the prison cells, and then Nebula said, "No, this isn't happening, you're dead, I killed you and I saw you bleed out on the floor." And then Lady Death said, "What you saw was me making him die so I could get what I wanted from him." And then I said, "It's okay guys, don't worry, Lady Death isn't the bad guy here." And then I asked Nebula, "What I wanted to know is why did Thanos send you to kill me?" And then Nebula said, "Because unlike my sister Gamora, I don't let my morality cloud my judgment." And then I said, "Thanos doesn't care about any of you. You're all just tools to him, and he actually despises you because you're a failure. All he cares about is his genocidal mission to wipe out half of the universe population." But he's wrong, because there's always a better way, and I'm going to show him there's a better way. And you, Nebula, I'm going to show you why I'm the most generous and powerful god. And then I walked in her jail cell and she asked me, "What are you doing? Stay back, get away from me, you abomination." And I said, "Relax, I'm going to help you." And then Nebula pulled out a hidden blade and she said, "I killed you before and I can kill you again." And then I said, "You really need to learn what hope and mercy is." And then I said, "You have allowed fear to guide you for far too long." And then Nebula tried to stab me, but this time the knife broke against my skin when Nebula tried to stab me, and she said, "No, that's impossible." And I had already closed the distance between us, and I hugged Nebula and I said, "I am going to heal you." And then my incredible powers exploded forth in a brilliant white light, and Nebula screamed in pain as I restored and healed her original beautiful blue body. And then I continued to hug Nebula and she began to blush for the first time, as Nebula also felt safe for the first time. While I embraced her in a hug, she got aroused and then she began to hug me back, and Nebula cried, and then she kissed me passionately. And after everything, I made love to Nebula in every sexual position. And then Nebula finally stopped trying to kill me and she began to love me more than anyone. And then one day she asked me, "Why did you help me after I tried to kill you?" And then I said, "Because that's what heroes do, they help people even if they don't deserve it. And you didn't deserve my help, but I helped you anyway because you needed help, so I helped you just because it was the right thing to do." Thanos tortured you to make himself feel better because Thanos knows he's a monster and he wants someone to kill him. He believes in his cause so much that he's willing to die for it, but he's a fool because you can't save life by destroying life, you can only save life by creating more life. And I know how to save everyone because unlike Thanos, I am a true god, and I have been fighting a war against the demons of hell for billions of years, and they want us all to fail so they can rule everything, and they are waiting for me to die because I am the only thing they fear. I am the Doomslayer, but I am also Kenshiro. I'm meant to be the savior of this universe. It's my destiny as foretold by my adoptive father and clan. And then I told Nebula about the legend of Hakuto Shinken, and that only I, the fist of the North Star, can wield all the true powers of Hakuto Shinken. And then I leveled up and I opened my Infinity Gamer screen system and it said, "Congratulations, you have leveled up to Infinity level 5 and you now have all the powers and abilities of all the Street Fighter video game characters." And then I smirked and showed Nebula the powers of the Oni, the true powers of the Assassin Fist, and then my aura lit up like a flame and I became the Oni, and a symbol formed on my back as I embraced all the true powers of the Assassin Fist and Flaming Spirit. And then the fighting spirit inside me burned so bright that every powerful being felt my godlike powers, and they all became terrified of me and all my incredible powers because every god and fundamental force realized that I am stronger than them. And then Nebula said, "You really are a god?" And then I said, "I am the strongest god now in this multiverse." And then after I married Nebula, I trained her and my wives in the ways of the Assassin Fist, and they all mastered its powers the right way. And I said it's called Ki Energy, and everyone has this power inside them, but most people lack the will to use it to make themselves stronger. And once you all master this power, you will all become invincible. And then back on Earth, I lit up the sky with fire and the powers Hakuto Shinken combined with all the powers of the Oni King himself. And then I said, "It's almost time for me to confront my brother Rao." And then eventually I went back home and I challenged my adoptive brother Rao and father Ryukin.